Petanque, a popular French outdoor game, is a form of ball where the goal is to toss metal balls as close as possible to a smaller wooden ball called the cochonnet, jack. Here's a detailed guide on how to play petanque. Equipment. Ball, metal balls used by players. Cochonnet, the small wooden ball, jack. Measuring tape, used to measure distances between ball and the cochonnet. Objective. The objective is to score points by having your ball closer to the cochonnet than your opponent's ball. Setup. Playing area. Petanque is typically played on hard ground, such as gravel or sand, in an area called the terrain or piste, which is about 4 meters wide and 15 meters long. Teams can be played one-on-one, singles, in pairs, doubles, or in teams of 3, triples. In singles and doubles, each player has 3 ball. In triples, each player has 2 ball. Starting the game. Circle. Draw a circle on the ground, about 35 to 50 centimeters in diameter. Players must stand inside this circle to throw. Throwing the cochonnet. A player from the starting team throws the cochonnet between 6 to 10 meters from the circle. It must land at least 1 meter away from any obstacle or boundary. Rules and play. Throwing ball. Players take turns throwing their ball, with the goal of getting them as close as possible to the cochonnet. The first player throws 1 belay. Then, players alternate turns, with the team farthest from the cochonnet throwing next until they get closer or run out of ball. Players must keep both feet inside the circle until the belay lands. Scoring points. Once all ball are thrown, points are tallied. A team scores 1 point for each belay closer to the cochonnet than the closest belay of the opposing team. Only one team scores points per round. Winning. The game is typically played to 13 points. The first team to reach 13 points wins the match. Strategy. Pointing. Throwing the boulet to land close to the cochonnet. Shooting. Throwing the boulet to hit and move the opponent's belay or the cochonnet. Blocking. Placing a belay in a strategic position to block the opponent. Etiquette. Respect other players and wait for your turn. Avoid distracting players during their throws. Measure distances carefully and agree on scores amicably. Variations. Timed games. Sometimes, games are played within a time limit, and the team with the highest score at the end wins. Terrain variations. The terrain can vary in surface and slope, adding different challenges to the game. By understanding these detailed rules and strategies, you can enjoy a competitive and social game of petanque.